23 came. Your sister has not even seen Mr. Left, not talk of Mr. Right. Hey, Mogbe. God, is this how you be looking at me? Hey, before you know it, 26. Before you know it, we are 30. Oluwa, when we were our first child, I begin to panic. I said I want to be married by 23. Oh, now I'm getting to 24. Hello Gist partners, you are welcome once again to my channel. Thank you all for your love, for your support. I do not take you all for granted. Thank you. Let's just jump right into today's video. So today I want to talk about something that I actually experienced, and I just want to share my experience and just throw in my opinion. So the question is it okay to wait? Is it actually okay to wait? Is it okay to wait for Mr. Right? And why waiting for Mr. Right? What is happening? What is going on? Yeah. So that's what we want to dissect and talk about today. So I'll be talking from my experience and all that. So I met my husband when I was 26 years old, and we got married that same year. Was it late? Was that too old or anything? No. When it comes to marriage, there's nothing too late and all that. So when I got married, it's a perfect year. It's it's cool, it's okay. But I had plans before that time. When I was younger, I used to tell myself that, oh, I want to get married at the age of 23, have my first child at 24, 25, 26, have second child by 28, 30 years, I'm done having kids, I'm having 2 to 3 kids. All those things we say, how we plan the future, So I used to tell my friends, I used to just talk about it. I used to tell myself, I used to talk about it. I used to share it with my close friends and my family and all that. But one thing, man proposes, God disposes. 23 came. Your sister has not even seen Mr. Left, not talk of Mr. Right. Hey, I say, Oluwa shanu me, God have mercy. I say, hey, this one day, what will I do? I begin to panic. I'm hey, I said I want to be married by 23. Oh, now I'm getting to 24. When you hear this, you're what's wrong with this girl? But you were so young. Yeah, but that was what I wanted for myself. I wanted to get married early and have kids and all that. Yeah, at that time I was rounding off my nursing school. So I'm oh, no. This is the time. Goals. Goals are good. Goals are fine. But one thing you should not do is be too desperate. Desperation. Don't even try it. Anything in life, you don't have to be too desperate, because you don't even know tomorrow. You don't know God's plans for you tomorrow. So I begin to panic. Hey, 24. Then guess what? 25 years came. No Mr. Right. Mogbe. Mr. Right, I've seen no come. I was no. This one it's getting out of hand. Things are getting out of hand. Where is this Mr. Right? Where are you? Even if it's Mr. Left, he should come. Let me drag him to the right, because at this point I was desperate. Even if anyone, in fact anyone, don't ever get to that point where you would say anyone. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's no amount of desperation, or there's no amount of pressure that should push you to say anyone. And don't try to push Mr. Left to Mr. Right. So let's continue. So that year, when I hit 25 years in March, I was okay. Hey. Mogbe. God, is this how you be looking at me? Hey, before you know it, 26. Before you know it, we are 30. Oluwa, when we were our first child? Hey, when will we do this? When will we do that? That's what I was thinking about too. My sisters. There's one thing about me. When I hear something good happening to someone or someone around me, and I desire such thing, I don't I'm brute too much over it. I just make it into something to push me to rather get better. If it is also what I really desire, I just work hard, or also do the right things to also get there at my own pace. Yeah, but this was one situation whereby I didn't apply that formula. When someone tell me they're getting married, I say, hey, oh, I'm happy. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy, but I always go and sit there after and be saying, hey, God, do answer my own too now. You get it? But this time I was in Europe. So hey, I was God, oh, bring the right person. Another thing is, don't ever put your life on hold because you are waiting for Mr. Right. Don't do this. Don't do it to yourself. Don't let everything stop. because you're waiting for Mr. Right. For me, I don't like the word like waiting for Mr. Right, because it brings that consciousness that, oh, you should be waiting. So some people like literally like waiting, like pause, everything hold and you are waiting. You can be living, like you can be living your life, achieving goals, climbing up the ladder, like eating all those milestones. Like you can be doing all that, just being you, just achieving those goals, like, you know, and Mr. Right will definitely still come. It doesn't mean that it's when your life is on hold that is when he will notice you. While you are achieving those goals, while you are climbing up those ladder, Mr. Right will still notice you, because you know what? It is not under your control. It is under God's control. Yeah, it is not under your control. It is under God's control. That's what you need to know. So it's not like, oh, you have to pause. You have to like sit somewhere and wait for Mr. Right. No. Mr. Right will come along while you are doing your own thing. Yeah. Keep building that dreams. Keep achieving those goals. Keep doing you. And he will come along. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says, the plans I have for you are plans for good and not for evil, to give you what? An expected end. The plans the Lord have for you are plans for good. He knows your tomorrow. He knows the future. So why don't you like leave it in the hands of God? It is rather that you drop it at the feet of Jesus. It's rather that you leave everything concerning Mr. Right or marriage in the feet of Jesus, and just like focus on being you, focus on achieving that goals, focus on like just growing spiritually, financially, mentally, and don't be scared to grow. Some people tell you that, oh, when you achieve all this as a woman, you get to this milestone, it's difficult for a man to approach you. Like any man who sees you, oh, because you are there, and he's like, oh, I can't go there, then it's not for you. My sister, keep being you, keep doing you, keep achieving your dreams. Deep down, you have told your father what you want. Deep down, you know that you want to get married. Deep down, you know that you will meet Mr. Right. No, but you are not putting your life on hold while you wait. You are just living and going through life the way God has created it for you to go through it. And God has created it that in this journey, you will meet Mr. Right. And definitely, you will meet him. Yeah, that is it. And someone told me something. What the person told me is literally like Matthew 6:33. The person says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all other things shall be added unto you. At that time, I realized that I've not even spoken to God seriously about this issue. I've just been complaining and whining. And also in this, my complaining and whining and getting desperate, and I've also lost focus, not just spiritually, but in every other aspect. So I took a pause and I went back to living my life. I went back to living. It was at that point that I decided that no. I decided to focus on God. I decided to focus on like my life and just live. And at that point, when I made that decision that no, I'm not going to sit here and be looking for one Mr. Right and be brooding every day and be being desperate. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to live for Jesus. I'm going to serve my God with all my heart, with all my strength, and with all my might. And I'm going to achieve that goals that I've set for myself. And I'm going to climb those ladders I've set for myself. And I'm going to work hard for my dreams and everything. And it was at that time that I picked up myself. It was not even up to 1 month after that decision, my husband came along. That is it. When I even met my husband, because I was not like desperate and I was like, I did not even easily perceive that he was the one. If you have not watched how we met, it's on my other channel, Sandie's Joyful Space. I'll be leaving the link of that video in the description box down below so that you can watch it. Yes, I did not perceive it initially that he was the one. That is another thing you need to know. Even in the midst of living, you should be sensitive in the spirit, so that when the Lord brings the right person, you will be sensitive to know. Yes, in as much as you don't want to focus on waiting on Mr. Right, it doesn't mean that you are not conscious of that aspect. I don't know if you are getting the difference. You are not like, desperate. You're not like focused on that, but you are still conscious. Let your spirit eyes be open. Let your mind be open. Let your everything, like all the spiritual signals, physical signals, let them be like, connected together. In as much as you are like getting immersed in your dreams and other things and pursuing other things, spiritually you have to like set the base. You have to like the foundation. You have to know that, okay, you have dropped this at God's feet. After you have told him your plans and you have told him what you desire, what you want, and then you are focused on seeking him first, doing his work. Every other thing, be it husband, be it child, whatever you desire shall be added unto you. It is not only waiting for husband. If you are waiting for anything in particular, like this is just the formula. Just focus on Jesus and live your life. So at that time I decided to also grow myself, improve myself, like gain more wisdom, knowledge, like begin to just grow. So I had to watch like preachers on YouTube which teach about marriage, singlehood and all that, and read books, like just to motivate me, just to like even learn for tomorrow, because one day I will also be a married woman. So like just prepare myself even ahead, and also where I am at that time to learn more about it. So this is one of my old jotters. You can see it's very, very old. I've written at the front and also at the back. So while I was praying towards like my future husband and all that, I wrote the qualities I want in my husband, like even before I met him. Yes. And then I have another part where I say things that the Lord has accomplished for me by faith. Like that means that yes, I cannot see the things with my physical eyes, but by faith I know that he has given them to me. And I wrote them down. What I'm trying to say, like while you are waiting, you just tell God about it. Like, you know, drop it at his feet, connect with him, like just seek him first, just do his work, and he will add every other thing to you. Whether you are 30, you are 40, you are 50, there's no time that is too late. There's nothing like too late. God is never too late. One thing you should know, God is never too late. He will show up for you, and that man he has prepared for you will surely locate you. You know, as Africans, to say it's my auntie, it's my uncle, it's my father, it's my this that is doing me. So even if they are the one doing you, you have dropped it at Jesus' feet. And when you drop it there, you still keep like praying about it. You are like, you know, speaking into your future, speaking into your marriage, speaking into your home, speaking into your life, speaking into, you are even praying for your Mr. Right. You can pray ahead for him. Wherever he is, you'll be praying for him. But I don't know him at that time, but I pray for him wherever he is. Yes, you are praying for him. You are like speaking it into existence. And if you think or if you believe that someone is behind it, as far as you have told God about it, like you are praying about it, there's no power that can hold you from getting married. There's nothing that can stop you. Just have that faith, believe it, hold it. Just believe that with God, all things are possible. And when God says yes, there is no power that can say no. So in conclusion, it's just to tell you that you can live. And whilst you are living, definitely, God will bring Mr. Right into your life. So you don't have to pause. You don't have to be on hold. You don't have to sit down and be desperate and be brooding or whatever about Mr. Right. You just have to focus on Jesus, and Mr. Right will surely come along. So thank you all for watching. If you have watched to this point, I say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if it's the first time you're coming across my face, across this channel, I say you are welcome. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I post any new video. And to my returning subscribers, I say God bless you all. Like, you guys are the best. God bless you, God bless you. And we cannot go without the dance. My G's partners. My G's partners. My G's partners. My G's partners. Thank you all for always coming back to watch your girl. Thank you, 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 thank you. I do not take you all for granted. See you all in my next video. Bye.